Calaroga Shark Media.
Hi there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. A couple fleeing the conflict in the Middle East, they've been praised for refusing to abandon their dog. They had to go through all kinds of hoops to get their dog to safety. The couple are based in Doha, and their flights were canceled, so they traveled by road to Riyadh, then flew to Istanbul and onward to Berlin. Along the way, they had to deal with pet travel rules, health certificates, vax records, export permits, and special documentation required for entry into Saudi Arabia and the EU. They have drawn online praise for keeping the dog with them and showing that it is possible to evacuate safely without leaving pets behind. Meanwhile, the Greek government organized a special evacuation flight to bring stranded citizens and their pets home from the Persian Gulf during the conflict. More than 100 passengers and their animals were flown from places like the UAE back to Athens after commercial travel became difficult due to repeated airspace closures and cancellations. Those officials made the point that pets are not luggage, they are part of our families. Scientists have developed a breakthrough method that turns waste plastic into a key drug used to treat Parkinson's disease. Researchers at the University of Edinburgh engineered E. coli bacteria to convert the common plastic used in bottles into a frontline medication for Parkinson's. About 50 million metric tons of the chemical known as PET are produced each year, making it a massive potential resource rather than waste. The process works by first breaking the plastic down into terephthalic acid, which the engineered bacteria then transform into L-DOPA through a series of biological reactions. Researchers say it's the first time a biological process has been used to create a pharmaceutical from plastic waste, offering a more sustainable alternative to traditional drug production, which relies heavily on fossil fuels, which I think are about to get really expensive. A college freshman in Virginia has opened an old-fashioned general store. Lindsay just graduated from high school and is a freshman at Virginia Wesleyan University. Lindsay co-owns the marketplace and general store in Old Town Portsmouth with her father, Tony. The idea came from her childhood, where she spent time visiting traditional general stores in the mountains of North Carolina and fell in love with it. She explained the mission. Portsmouth is known for its history, and so we wanted to bring back the historical feel, but also the old-fashioned family place for everyone to come. Her father, who is a commercial real estate professional, I'm sure that helped here, helped make the idea a reality, not just as a business, but as a learning opportunity and a way to invest back in the community. He said the store is designed to give Lindsay real-world experience. Running the shop isn't always easy. Foot traffic rises during festivals and holidays and drops off at other times. Customers regularly tell them, man, this reminds me of something I grew up with back home. And this is fun. A father and son in Alabama cashed in on a restaurant promise. There's been a sign hanging for 54 years. The sign at Winsel's Oyster House in Mobile promised unlimited free oysters to any man 80 years old who dined with his father. Well, for decades, Jim and his son Jimmy wondered if the offer was real. Jimmy turned 80. He showed up with his dad. He asked them, was the sign for real? And they said yes. We asked, has anybody ever done it? They said no. So Jimmy shows up, he's 80 years old, brings Jim Sr., who's 99. The restaurant posted on social media. Most people read that sign behind the bar and laugh, but tonight, Jimmy Rush walked in on his 80th birthday with his father, James Rush, 99, right beside him, and turned one of Winsel's rarest traditions into a real-life milestone. And yes, the oysters were on the house. Jim Sr. turns 100 in July. He said, I've only been sick twice in my life, once when I was 5 and once when I was 97. I don't see, but I hear fairly well, and that's about it, and I don't take any medications at all. But here's the really good catch. The deal keeps going. Jim Sr. has another son who's soon going to be 80. They might do this again in 2027. Those are your 5 good news stories for today. Have an awesome day.